Good morning, Master. Did you sleep well? I hope the new pillows and comforter are more to your taste than the last set. I brought your favorite for breakfast today. You've been quite quiet this week, so I wanted to get you something that would make you feel better. Are you curious how I know that when I've been all over the manor? You can ask me if you want. If you ask me, I'll answer. Then if you won't say anything to me, then you at least need to open your mouth so that I can feed you. Master, I really can't feed you if you insist on keeping your mouth shut. I don't want to force your mouth open with my hands. That would mean I'd have to take off my gloves and wash them. That would mean I would have to leave you alone for another long period of time. You haven't been eating much either, so I'd like you to get eating something soon. Master, enough of this sulking. The only reason you're chained up right now is because you're so stubborn in rejecting my care. Even if you had to remember what I did to you over and over again, you could have easily just acted like you still had amnesia and let me pamper you, or even just accept your circumstances. If you had, I wouldn't have to induce amnesia in so many different ways. Do you think I liked hurting you? Of course I didn't. All I wanted is to take care of you. But even now, you're being so stubborn. The only reason you're chained up right now is because you keep trying to run away from me, when I'm the one person in the world that is wholly devoted to you. More than your family, and certainly more than any of your friends. So can you please stop with whatever you think you're doing and have some food? If you're good, I can consider taking you out to the garden tomorrow for a walk. I'll still have to hold on to the other end of the chain, but you'd be getting fresh air. You haven't been able to get any since I put those metal bars over the window, have you? Still nothing? Fine, just for this once, I'll leave the food here so you can feed yourself. I know you won't be able to resist if it stays next to you for a while, especially in your current state. Yes, that's it. It's because I've been relenting and taking away the food too quickly, not because of my presence as a deterrent. I'll be going now. I'll spruce up the garden for tomorrow. See you at lunch, Master. Master? Master! Where are you, Master? I told you if you ate, you could leave your room without your chains tomorrow. Were you just too eager, Master? If you go back to your room now, I'll take off the chain that's still on your wrist. Isn't it heavy, Master? My voice probably sounds odd coming from it, doesn't it? Oh, right. Since you didn't ask, you don't know. Modern technology is quite fascinating. They now even make cuffs with speakers and tracking functions. Though it seems you broke off the tracking part. That's why you need to come back, Master. You're malnourished, Master. You haven't eaten in days. You could become dizzy and hurt yourself. And I don't want to have to hurt you if I drag you back to your room. You still won't talk to me, Master? Even when I'm bugging you? Where did the kind master who treated me so gently go? Do you even remember that time now? Is it my fault you no longer look at me with those warm eyes? Because of how many times I've tried to make you forget the painful past? Let me try telling you a story to come back to your senses, Master. A tale that desperately needs you to give it a happy ending. Once upon a time, there was a boy. This boy had lost his family long ago and had been forced to fend for himself by relying on the rare kindness of strangers. By what he thought was a miracle, he managed to find a job as a maid for an affluent family in the area. This is it, he told himself. Now I'll no longer have to suffer. I'll have a roof over my head and money to save for my future. But life at that family's mansion was not what he expected it to be. The family did not care about the well-being of their staff. Though on the outside they acted like upstanding citizens, behind closed doors, staff were regularly shouted at, ridiculed, and even assaulted. Naturally, a lot of the staff left because of this. But the boy could not. He had no family to rely on, and certainly not enough money to support himself. If he left this job, there was no certainty that he would find another either. So he was just forced to endure their abuse, until one day, the young master of the household brought around a friend. This friend did not look at him with sadistic or dismissive eyes. When the friend looked at him, they looked at him like he was a person. The two of them had an opportunity to talk. It was just a regular conversation. She learned that the friend also suffered like he had. Yet, even while they were still suffering, they managed to smile so brightly. Even if he was meant to be working, he didn't care. Just being in their presence made the boy feel like he was floating. He was happy to take his time with his duties as long as it meant he could be around them longer. Unfortunately, the distraction caused the boy to make a mistake. But when his masters at the time went to yell at him, the friend tried to take the blame and stood up for him. It didn't stop the punishment, but that was the moment the maid realized the floating feeling he felt was true love for the friend. He thought, why do I have to suffer working for a cruel master when I could be with such a loving master like this instead? So he plotted his way to make his dreams a reality. One by one, he managed to dispose of the wrongful masters. He felt a bit bad for the maid he pinned it on, but that one was having an affair with the husband, so he got over it pretty quickly. After all, his love for his true master was far purer than anything that maid could have felt for that waste of space. It was then easy to forge signatures on a new will that spread the wealth out to the remaining staff, and leave a manor out in the quiet countryside for himself. If the family hadn't wanted that, they shouldn't have faked so much charity. And now, he is ready to finally start truly living his life with the master he adores. But now you're trying to run away from me. You stopped running. I'm guessing you're about to leave? I'm on my way over. Please, don't leave me. I care about you. I want to pamper and spoil you. Return the kindness that you showed me when no one else would. I love you. Please, stay.